Hi everyone, welcome to my vanity. This is where I get ready every morning. I wanted to do a little bit of a vanity tour as well as go through my 2 makeup baskets that I have here that I use every day, and go through my main collection that's behind me in some dresser drawers and replace the stuff that's in here so I can get a fresh new cycle of makeup. So as you can see here, I have all my brushes. These are just some of my favorites: Real Techniques, Moda brushes. Then I have all of my lip liners, eyebrow, eyeshadow primer, spoolie, and then my sponges are down in here. And then I keep my mascaras up here. I actually recently got this at, I think it was Marshall's or maybe TJ Maxx, but I've been looking for something just like this for so long. Normally it's just like the acrylic clear ones, but I like to have as much of this like visual clutter covered as possible. So this is a new find that I'm loving. Actually, it might be on the bottom. No, I took the tag off, but yeah, these are some of my favorites. And then I mentioned this in a video recently too, but these clips are from the Dollar Tree, and I like how they don't stick out of the sides of my head. And obviously, as you can tell, this is my favorite color. But they're just barrettes. I just think they're fun. So those are my clips, and I always keep a rag to clean off my makeup brushes, or anything. Honestly, wipe my hands, like wipe off my lips before I put on lip product. Always have my water, and then an up close mirror, and this cute coaster my mom got me. It's vintage, I love it. And then I keep my setting sprays up here just because they don't really fit in my baskets down here, and they're just easier to access. But this is actually a glass piece that like pops off, but I put this faux wallpaper, faux wood, I guess, on top of it so you can't see through. But yeah, again, that's just to reduce the visual clutter so I can't see through the bottom and see everything that's under here in the second layer. But like I said, these are my everyday makeup baskets that I can just pull out and like pick from every day. We'll go through those in a second, but under here I have travel makeup bags. So I have a couple options. This one I got thrifted. Oh, this one too, I got these both at like Goodwill or local thrift stores, but this is a lot of the products that I used in my recent full face of mini makeup for travel and just for fun. So I always keep that in there and pull from there. And then again, I always bring this when I'm traveling just because it's super easy and it has this big mirror. Hi. I keep extra rags in this front one to replace that rag. These are from IKEA. They're cute. And then further back I have a larger one that I keep beauty product boxes in. And this is just because if I want to return anything, if I don't feel like it's performing well, whatever it may be, I keep it in here to return if I think it's not worth the money that I bought. And then since I've gotten the new Naked palette, since it relaunched, I keep this down here as well, just because it fits here well. I was keeping it up here to display, which I might just put it back because I love it. Cute. Okay, so let's go through the makeup baskets and you can see what I've had in here. So this is like a slew of things that I've picked out, like just on my own for everyday use, but also things that I've used in videos recently. So I try and keep it primers here, powder here, and then complexion, foundation, concealers in here. I have the e.l.f. Jelly Pop, love this. This I like, but I don't love. And I actually have a declutter video coming up soon that I might end up getting rid of this. I think it's just mostly the smell. I don't know what the smell is, but I just don't like the smell. And I don't think it's as gripping. It's something I actually need to test a bit more. And then this, like this should be in here. And then I always keep extra, just basic moisturizer in here if I ever do my makeup later in the day after doing my moisturizer in the morning. I can just do a refresh here. And then this is the only powder I have in here right now, which I love. This Catrice foundation, this L'Oreal foundation, this for my mini makeup video. Love this, used this yesterday. And then again, all of these concealers because I love concealers. And then I keep this brush horizontal because I don't want this side to poke in the bottom of my like container there. Yeah, so most of these concealers are just from videos, like I said, so I need to refresh this, and I have a couple samples that I haven't used from Sephora that I want to go through as well. And then this one I have way more. I'm not going to take you all through this. I just think like we're going to end up putting it away together, so you're going to see it all. But again, this is basically all from videos. Like this I can put in that travel makeup thing because it's small. This too. So I'll do that, and then we'll reconvene at my dresser drawers to put everything back in my collection. Okay, now we've turned around, and this is where I keep, in these two drawers is where I keep the rest of my makeup collection. This is where I work. I work from home separately, so ignore that. But this is mostly makeup kit items in this first drawer. This is all one drawer. It looks like two, but it's just one. And it's a mess right now. It's like restock of stuff for clients, restock of sanitary items, just a lot of stuff in there that I'm not going to go through. There are some palettes in there actually that I use in myself from when we moved here to Georgia that I might pull out, but I'm not going to show you that drawer. I'm going to reorganize that at a later time. And here is where the rest of my collection is. Like I said, I have my 2 makeup baskets from my vanity, and then I decided to actually put all of the mini makeup that I use and keep in that bag normally for travel in here just for the sake of that declutter I was talking about. So let me get you set up here so you can see everything. Okay, so let's put these makeup products back. I just keep these in here. This is a color corrector, and then this is these samples. Okay, on to this next bin. And then these are the things I keep in this one. This double-ended brush again, mini sizes that kind of fall to the bottom otherwise. So mini lip liners, mini mascara, and then I always keep this Wet n Wild Marilyn Monroe palette in here. It's literally all of my like perfect shades, like a rose gold, a deep brown, mid-tones, and then a shimmery icy for the inner corner. So just keep that in there at all times. And then these brushes I'm going to leave out. Okay, now I'm going through the mini eyeshadow palettes that I still had packed away from the move. I think I could fit them right here. I don't know why I didn't do that already. But let's just put these in here. This is actually keepsake. It's so old, I'm never going to put on my face. Single shadow. This is super old too, but I love this and I hate to get rid of it. I might keep that for nostalgia's sake. And then this one too is pretty old, but I'll just put it in my collection for now. And then these 2 mini palettes. All right, let's start with primer. And these are all of my primers. This is a pretty nice blurring one from Wet n Wild. The other ones are foundations. I'm gonna put these, actually, I think I'm just gonna put this one back in there just so I force myself to use this and figure out how I feel about it before my declutter. And then let's do complexion. So I have these organized by, these are a bit darker, and then these are a bit lighter, and then these are darker, and these are lighter. But let's see. let's put this in. This is getting older in my collection and I'm wanting to use it up. Let's also do this one. This is really good. I don't think it breaks me out. I have a little suspicion that it does, but let's put it in just to decide. And then for concealer, it's getting cold here, so I'm wanting something more hydrating. So I'm gonna go with this Colfie concealer. And then I'm gonna put this in, which is really good for lasting and staying power, but the shade is a little bit too dark. So I'm gonna grab another lighter color to mix in. Tarte Shape Tape is, I'll just like be mixing these two essentially, and then this one. If I'm being honest, I almost always come and reach in here and pick out my favorite concealer, but for now I'll just leave it at that. Let's look through these, see if I want to put any of these away. I had a mini size of this that I used up and I honestly didn't use it very much. I might end up decoloring that. I've heard this is super glittery, shimmery, so I might just use that as a highlight. Okay, let's put this in there. This is some sort of Bare Minerals foundation. I'd have to look up what this is exactly, but I'm gonna put this in. And then scratch that, I'll put that away and then put this in for my highlighter. Okay, that's complexion. Let's do the other thing that goes in that basket, the complexion basket, is powder. So I'll do a like translucent setting powder. One I really love is Pat McGrath. I know this is a splurgy, expensive product, but I obviously love it. You can see the amount I've used there. And I tend to not use it because it's expensive, but that's the very reason I should be using it more. So I'm gonna put that in there. Now we're going on to the second basket that has complexion products, so the Fun Face products. Let's see. I like to do one or two options of both cream and powder of bronzer and blush and highlighter generally. So as you can see, these are all my creams right here, and then my powder is all here for complexion. This is really good. This is new, but it's not really a wintry shade. It's more like summery, you know? I do want to grab for that, but maybe not right now, this time of year. Let's do this one. This is an oldie but a goodie. The e.l.f. Putty Blush in, I think it's Maldives. Actually, I think this is Bali, but I'll look it up and let you know. But that's gonna go in there. This is a Thrive Cosmetics sample that I just haven't opened yet. Let's do this one as well. This one's beautiful and really fun for this time of year. L'Oreal Lumi, the liquid blush in Glowy True Rose. Then these, I should actually replace some of the sponges I have. I'll replace my Real Techniques mini sponge with this new one. And the face ones, I think I have enough to choose from right now. These are from the Dollar Tree. I haven't tested them that much. Let's see, I normally pick, like I only have these two cream ones. I normally pick this one in the summer because it's darker, and then this one in the winter, and this one's I'm trying to use up. But I actually think I might put these two in instead. This is like a good in-between of those two colors. And then this one is just more cool and like contoury, and I want to work on this more and see like how I feel about it. So I'll put those in. This is a Makeup Revolution highlighter light something, I can't remember what they call it, but the packaging sucked. It always leaks, so I just put it in here. And I've actually been wanting to mix this with like some sort of liquid blush that I don't use very often. I think maybe this one would actually be a great thing to do that with. And then it all can live in here, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll take this one. Like I said, this isn't really my favorite if you watch my last video, but I want to get use out of it, so I'll put that in there. Now onto powders. I've actually been thinking about this palette a lot. I want to pull this out. It's a beautiful blush palette from Laura Geller. And this one's a new one from Juicy Pang that I also really love, and it's a beautiful tone. So I'll do those two. Not many bronzer options. I think I'm actually going to pull out my Jaclyn Cosmetics palette just because I'm more fair tone right now. This isn't a very like holiday color in my opinion, but this formula is beautiful and I really like that bronzer. So I'm gonna pull that out for a powder option. And then that's a bronzer, and then I have a blush. Let's do a powder highlight or two. Let's do this one. It's kind of icy, but also has some warmth to it. And this is beautiful. It's made in Italy and has like an amazing formula. So that's it for complexion. Next, let's do some fun eyeliner. So I'm definitely gonna pick a brown and a black, which these are my two options for those. Those are both a liquid, so for pencils, I think I'll pull this one again. And then primer, I'm just gonna use the ones that I have in my thing already. The Fenty one, I'm trying to use that up. And then these are my lip products. I have it liquid lipsticks, like bullet lipsticks, stains, and then glosses, like true lip glosses here. And I have a ton of other lip products that are like in my purses and stuff, so this isn't my entire collection. Since the holiday season is upon us, I'm gonna grab, both of these are beautiful reds. This is newer to me and this is more cool tone, so I'm gonna pull this one just because it's newer. But I love this one. It has more of a warm, like orangey pull though, which is gorgeous. And then this is even more orangey, but I'm gonna pull the true blue based red. And then I don't think I want any of those. This is getting pretty old, but I'm gonna try and use this up this season. This is a beautiful color, Be Outstanding. This is the L'Oreal. I don't know what they're called, but it's basically like a lip gloss. It's a dupe of, or not dupe, but it's like YSL is owned by L'Oreal, you know, so this is their like cheaper version of the YSL formula. But I think it started with YSL and then they brought it to L'Oreal years ago. But it's a lip gloss formula that is very tacky and so it has really good lasting power, but in the shade Be Outstanding. And then I am going to pull this back in. I've been loving this Palladio lip stain in Mocha. And then for true lip glosses, how fun is this sparkly one for the holidays? I'm gonna pull that one from Essence in Gold Dust. Did you see e.l.f. came out with this in their liquid lip, I think it's their lip oil formula, in like fun, not as neutral, like milky colors. Is like more, there's more base in the background besides just the glitter. I think I'm gonna want to get one of those and replace it with this. This is fine, but you can feel the glitter of this, and my lips are pretty pigmented, so a milky color like this can kind of dilute my lip color, which is kind of like, it is the opposite of what I'm going for when I use lip gloss. So I'll pull this for now. And let's do classic Clinique lip gloss in Black Honey. Okay, these are single eyeshadows. Don't think I want any powder foundations for this time of year, but I love powder foundations. They're good when you're in a rush. I'm not gonna grab one of those right now. I have powder. Let's do a classic ColourPop Ritz Super Shock. Really good for the holidays too. And then these are all my creams. I want to explore with this a bit more. This is new from Hard Candy. I got two shades. One wasn't what I was expecting, so I'm going to return that. But this is a nude color that I think would be good just to put all over the lid for like a quick and easy look, and then pop like Ritz over top of it, you know? Let's do this longwear liquid eyeshadow in Ready. Okay, that's it. Let's move on back to the vanity and we'll do a little get ready with me. All right, let's use some of these products we just picked out. Let's start out with this duo. So I'm gonna start with the Essence Fix and Last Makeup Gripping Jelly Primer and the Fenty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint. Hopefully they react well with each other. But like I said, I don't really know my thoughts on this primer too much, so I'm gonna give it another shot. It smells like I think it's trying to be rosy, like rose scented, but it reminds me of a hospital almost. Like it's probably just too much alcohol in the formula, you know? So it reminds me of like hand sanitizer at a hospital. But I bought it, so let's see if I can actually form my thoughts on it or not. I love to bring jelly gripping primers up under my eyes. All right, let's move on to the skin tint. So the way I decide what makeup tool to use always depends on the product I'm using. So if something has more coverage, I'll pull a makeup sponge, a wet makeup sponge. If something is a skin tint, which this Fenty one is, then I'll use a brush and that gives more coverage. But it just depends on what final product or final result you're looking for. If there's like a new foundation that I don't know how it performs yet, I'll just usually opt for a sponge right out the gate, just because I tend to like more natural coverage. But yeah, with my clients I always do a brush and then a sponge, because normally I'm doing makeup for a special event or a wedding, which obviously is more than just day-to-day makeup. But a brush helps maintain the coverage and it gives me a bit more control with like the product, and then the sponge soaks up anything that's extra and will just like create cakiness and hydrates a bit and like just creates a more natural finish, more skin-like finish. This is actually pretty rare for skin tints, but this is like almost matte. I mean, it's not like crazy matte, but it's not radiant or dewy like every other skin tint on the market. You know, that Fenty skin tint, I've had in my collection for a while and I don't love it. I feel like it kind of collects in my pores, but putting a primer under it definitely helps. It doesn't seem to be as collecty as normal. So maybe I do like that primer, but time will tell. It looks pretty good right now. All right, let's do this combo I was talking about, the Jaclyn Stay Assurance Concealer and then the Tarte Shape Tape. We're gonna combine the two because of the colors alone, pretty much. Actually, that's just the Jaclyn, so I'm actually gonna just use that. I don't know, it's not as dark as I remember. Oh, you know what? I actually think it oxidizes. I'm gonna put just a little bit of the Tarte on top, just a little. These both have a setting, like there's a dry down, so I don't feel the need to go in with powder over these. But I'm working a bit quicker because of that, because they have a, it's not like a self-refreshing or like where you can reset it, you know, it's like it dries down and it pretty much stays there. Which the e.l.f. hydrating camo dries down, but you can still manipulate it. Okay, I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow, and I'm gonna use this Hard Candy Moods eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow in the shade Halo. Like I mentioned, this is pretty new to me, so I wanted to give it another chance, see how I feel. But it's one of those things that you can pretty much just put all over the lid, which is what I'm gonna do. Kind of treat it as an eyeshadow primer in itself. But as I said 1,000 times, I have oily eyelids and hooded eyelids, so I really put cream eyeshadows to the test. This is the Real Techniques domed shadow brush. Okay, my camera ran out of storage, or my phone ran out of storage, so I had to do some deleting. I used the Jaclyn Cosmetics Bronze and Blushing Duo in the shades Pink Me Up as the blush and Oh Honey is the bronzer. I got this in Marshall's, but they don't sell this anymore. She closed her brand. But I used the bronzer, so let's just reenact what I did. Pretend it never happened. Speed it up. And then I put some of that bronzer in my crease too. And I was talking about how I have the e.l.f. lip oil on and rose, but I want to get the like burgundy berry color that they sell. And then I just saw, like I mentioned, when we were going through my collection, that they came out with the ones that have glitter in them too. And I saw there was like a 6-pack at Ulta that had a bunch of different colors. It has those two I just mentioned and then a bunch of others. So that might be the move to save money. I can get those two and then I can gift the other ones because I really do love that formula. It's very cushiony. It's like, it feels like a lip gloss, but it's also like a lip balm hybrid. Like, I wouldn't say it's oily. It's just beautiful. I love it. I'm feeling this Sephora Colorful Luminizer in the shade Sparkling Honey. This is absolutely stunning. It's made in Italy, and you can tell the formula is stunning. Buffing away, as I normally do. Highlighter. And I'll put some on my Cupid's bow. And let's see. Should I do this color or my e.l.f. one? Let's do the e.l.f. one. I haven't used this in a while. The e.l.f. Putty Blush, and I'm pretty sure it's the shade Bali, but like I said, I'm gonna double check before I link it, of course. And I always warm it up, took some of that dryness off the top of it to really get the full impact. And for cream blush, I always use the Real Techniques contour brush. And I'm just gonna stipple that on top. The shade is what got me into berry tones. I guess I don't know when I got this, but whenever they first came out with these, I got this shade, and it's because I realized, like, when I naturally get flushed, my cheeks turn this color, like it's true red instead of any form of peach, you know? So there's still some warmth in shades like this, but it's not, there are shades that are more berry that have more purple, but I like this more like true red, kind of more neutral / warm leaning than berry purple cool leaning. But this just looks very natural on my cheeks. When I work out, I turn into a strawberry. I'm really into this, like right on the cheekbone, where like naturally if I were in the sun, it would get red right there on my cheeks. There's like kind of a line there, but it's just what would naturally happen, you know? And then same like across the nose and on the forehead is just where the sun would kiss you. Feeling like I need a bit of color correction right here, so I'm going to use this color corrector I keep in here. The LA Girl Classic Ivory shade. That's my dog, if you can hear him on the other side of the door. He's upset that I locked him out. But he always loves looking out this window, and this is where the tripod is, obviously, where you guys are sitting. And so he always bonks it around. But they're labs, they do love to be around people. Let's do some eyeliner. I'm going to use the McQueen New York Waterproof Pencil Gel Liner in the shade Romantic Heroine. I'm just going to put some on my lower lashes here. This creates a shadow under my eye, which then pushes that part where the eyeliner is back because there's darkness there. And then it creates a shadow, so it makes my eyes look bigger. As you can see, there's the difference, obviously. This one, the side looks bigger, and then you can really step this up if you put a white eyeliner like in the waterline here, like right here. If you put a white or cream liner there, then it really makes your eyes even bigger looking because it maximizes the white of your eyes here. Let me know in the comments down below if you can see a difference, if you think this side looks bigger. Let's do mascara. I would normally use, and I want to use, my Buble and Rudy Berry mascara, but I have this Tower 28 one, the Make Waves mascara in the shade Drift, which is the brown shade. And it's getting old and I just need to use it up or decide if it's like too flaky for me to continue to keep. I'm actually getting ready to go Thanksgiving food shopping, which if you know me in real life, you know I don't really love cooking. But Thanksgiving is one of my favorites. I will suffer cooking if it means I get Thanksgiving leftovers and stuff after. I do love the brush on this. It's really good at separating, which is my favorite thing in a mascara. So this really would be the ideal formula for me, but I just wish the color was a bit warmer, like true brown. When I first got this, it was already pretty dry and flaky, and I think it might have just been an old one or something, but maybe I'll try the mini size next again, because I really do like the separation, and this is my favorite kind of brush, the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. Super good. Very similar to this, and they don't advertise it as tubing, but it acts as a tubing mascara for me. Like, it removes super easily. You don't really need oil, you just need water. And then I tried their lash extender from e.l.f. that's advertised as tubing, and it flaked like crazy on me from the beginning. I'm gonna let those smudges dry before I flake them away. And then we're gonna move on to lips. I'm gonna use this L'Oreal lip product that I pulled out. Like I said, I'm trying to use it up, but I usually just use this without lip liner, just straight from the bullet, straight from the tube. This is very close to like the tone of my lips. It's just a step up. Perfect for the holidays. You can see it's shiny like a gloss. It's a little bit sticky, but it's not like stringy. It's just kind of tacky, and it'll stay that way the whole day. And then like when I eat something, it just rubs kind of closest to like the middle of my mouth, and then the edges usually stay, and you can just reapply in the middle, and it's like good to go. It's amazing. I have another one. It's a more nude color, but again, this one is in the shade B, Outstanding 302. Forgot to mention earlier, I did my brows off camera just because it's a lot and it takes up a lot of time, and it's the same thing all the time. Would you guys be interested in seeing a brow routine? I can do a dedicated video to that. If you would, let me know in the comments. Alright, thank you so much for watching my little makeup basket refresh, as well as a tour of my makeup vanity. I know that whenever I'm at someone's house or like in the bathroom, I always peek in makeup bags or like what people have in their makeup kits, just because I'm obsessed with makeup, obviously. But if you're watching due to YouTube, that probably means you are too. So I hope you enjoyed getting a look at my collection. Like I said, I have a declutter coming up in the future, and I'm also planning on doing quick and easy Thanksgiving look. So stay tuned for those videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!